Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Scent Bubble, and today we are going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Lalique. And yes, I am right outside of a Starbucks. I thought we'd change up the scenery. Grab a drink, stay tuned. Okay, so today you are in the Scent Bubble, but we are outside. I'm your host for the afternoon, and we're going to talk about a fragrance again from the house of Lalique. Hopefully the sound quality is good, guys. I like to change it up for you, switch up the environments and all that good jazz. So Lalique, who are we talking about here? We're talking about the perfumer, I believe it's a female, responsible for Encre Noir series, Encre Noir OG Black, Encre Noir Sport, Encre Noir à la Extrême. My personal favorite, which is Lalique's Ecousse, the fragrance with the horse head on it, and just a lot of great fragrances that have been kind of staples in the community. Now this one, again, from the house of Lalique, this is called Lalique White. I have a bit of a sample out here. I didn't want to take the whole bottle, but what do we have with Lalique White? It's one of my least favorite out of the bunch. Actually, you know, one of the Encre Noirs might be my least favorite. I actually do like this pretty good as kind of like a peppery, spice, freshy floral. But it just doesn't have a lot of staying power, but it is a great fragrance. It's hard when you go in the realm of the kind of pepper spice world because it's got a very specific note of pepper that in combination with the spices can just kind of be quite manly for the younger guys. We're going to spray the test strip. However, I will say that kind of the mix, I believe, without having the note breakdown here, we have kind of citruses and tamarind up top, and then we have spices in the mid, pepper, black pepper, nutmeg, cardamom, and a touch of violet. And then in the base we have our usual suspects: oak moss, cedar, amber, and musk. So it's quite a spicy, peppery fragrance, but the florals definitely take it to another height, and kind of the tamarind citrus mix up top kind of just makes for this, like, before I break it down technically, if you guys want kind of the easy bake oven answer to what this smells like, and it actually is very pleasant. I wish it had more staying power on skin. This is kind of like a 2-hour, 3-hour showstopper freshie that kind of dies down really quick. You really need it on hand. But in a nutshell, if you guys remember the Sprite fragrance, which is Vibrant Vetiver Delight by Amir, when I said that kind of smells like a sweeter, non-carbonated Sprite, this smells like picture a can of Sprite, mostly lime dominant, but more fizzy up top. So it's mostly like a lime soda spritz with a touch of pepper, but it is very bright, citrusy, and crispy. It doesn't lean so peppery and spicy that it's too manly. I think if you're kind of north of the 25 mark, this will sit on your skin really nicely. It's almost like if you wanted that more limey, crisp side to the Sprite, this is more like 7-Up, a little bit darker up top, but certainly a fresh fragrance. I absolutely love how unique the Lalique fragrances are, and I think this one doesn't get enough credit, because if I had it in my possession, I would definitely wear it quite frequently as a freshie, but I would be annoyed by the fact that I have to reapply it every couple of hours. I think the longevity on this indoors might be 3 to 5 hours, outdoors might be 2 to 3 hours. So it's definitely a spring, summertime fragrance. And it's really delightful. Again, the longevity is the only killer on this, but I believe for like 20, 25 bucks, you can get 100 ml. So, I mean, if you like smelling like Sprite, like more of a limey Sprite that kind of has a fizziness to it, this is an absolutely good option. Again, this is from the house of Lalique. This is Lalique's White. It is a white bottle with, I believe, red and black print. Not necessarily ageless, 25 and up for sure, but I think if you're in college, you could certainly rock this as well as a freshie. Again, I just think due to the pepper and spices, might not be your cup of tea, but I think this is a super no-brainer, easy wear in my personal opinion. And if you've been tracking my YouTube channel so far and you like my recommendations and kind of where my mind's at with fragrance, you'll certainly think that this is an excellent freshie to add to your collection for the $20, $25 marker. Occasions, this would be casual, Great gym fragrance. You know, when you're leaving the gym, you throw this on, you're gonna turn some heads. I would say it sits somewhere between Freshie with Charm and Showstopper Freshie. Like, it has some stopping power to it just because it's unique, but Freshie with Charm at the very least. Tons of multi-wear, warm weather, indoors as well. It's a very non-confrontational fragrance. I think you could dress this up at work, but if you're in a suit and tie, I wouldn't recommend this. This doesn't have a lot of sophistication and layering to it, and I just think it's such a casual fragrance. The only thing that kind of masculines this up to be more aged is the fact that it's got pepper and spices in addition to the citrus. So it does have some level of sophistication. Use it at your discretion. But yeah, definitely casual occasions, gym, errands, if you go to school, if you go to college, anything like that. Slightly casual job or semi-formal job, non-threatening fragrance, but it still has some grab to it where people will be like, oh, you not only smell fresh, but you smell interesting too. It's got a little bit of interest grab to it as well. Final thoughts on this fragrance. You should definitely get it for 20-25 bucks. A great addition to your collection. Again, the longevity isn't the best, but sometimes I am more than willing to sacrifice longevity for a unique freshie. A lot of people go down the citrus lane and kind of do the aquatic side, the Acqua di Gio type stuff, but I think due to the pepper and spices, this definitely kind of ramps things up in terms of sophistication and provides something to your collection in the freshie category that isn't quite linear. It's not like fresh floral, fresh green. It's like a combination between fresh spice, fresh citrus, and fresh floral. So it's kind of different when you can get a good combination that you can actually make out in the fragrance. A lot of fragrances have different elements in the note breakdown, but what you actually smell on skin is quite linear. This isn't the case. I can smell the citruses, I can smell the tamarind, I can smell the spices, I can smell the violet, and I can certainly smell the amber, the musk, and the oak moss that kind of just brings all that stuff down to earth. But yeah, definitely check out this fragrance. Please like, comment, and subscribe, but more importantly, participate into the conversation of fragrance. I've been interacting crazy. We've been doing just an incredible amount of subs in a short period of time, so I'm always thankful for that. And turn on your notifications because we're dropping episodes every day. I can't quite tell looking into my phone right now, but I hope this episode was quality, and I hope you guys stick around for future episodes. This is The Scent Bubble. I am your host, signing off.